today, Sean, weren't they? I mean, you've got your little 3 months taster session of what a socialist America would actually look like.
Yeah.
But Bernie's dropped out now, so at least you know that all these laws that are coming in now aren't going to stay as of January next year. At least
right.
Biden or Trump are a lot more likely to get rid of him, whereas Bernie would be like, "This is amazing. We're already 5 years ahead of schedule."
Think of what we could do with all of this. Yeah, the thing about the campaigns that I love, it's so weird, is the headlines start rolling in today and they say Bernie Sanders suspends his campaign for president. And like nobody could just say, I'm ending my campaign, I'm dropping out. You have to suspend your campaign like you're going to kick that shit back on at some point and like, go back into high gear and be.
He's staying on the ballot, isn't he? Have you seen that? He's going to be on every ballot.
I think we can all agree, guys, Bernie for 2024, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you ever think, though, Trump would be your first socialist president?
I didn't think Trump would be the president of anything, but I mean, weird shit happens here.
I love the narrative around November at the moment because, like, if there's like Trump's saying almost nothing about it, just like, yes, we're going to do it. But then all the opinion pieces that they either say, like, the election has to be delayed. And the fact that Trump isn't delaying it makes him, a fascist authoritarian. But then the other half of them are saying that it shouldn't be delayed, and if he tries to stop it, he's a fascist authoritarian. And literally any line he takes right now, whether he wants an election or not, he's just a fascist authoritarian, and he can't fucking win, apart from the election, obviously itself.
Right. There's also people saying right now, and this is sort of maybe the weirdest conundrum that I've seen out there, who will call a Trump a fascist, just like you're outlining. And then they'll say, I cannot believe this president will not lock down the entire country. Say, you fascist, why won't you lock down the country right now and take away all of our rights? You terrible fascist.
I know.
Boris didn't do it. Boris didn't do it soon enough. We should have done it sooner. It's like, well, we went on the evidence, on what we were told by our medical experts. You didn't do what the World Health Organization said. Who in the right fucking mind does what the World Health Organization says? Nothing will ever be good enough. And if we come out of this with less deaths, they'll blame him.
Right. Yeah.
If we come out with more deaths, we'll blame him. There's no win for anybody here. There's just no win. I mean, Trump's going to win the election, so it doesn't matter. No. You got another 4 years of fucking batshit insane fucking press conferences.
Well, the funny thing at the moment with Trump, this hydrochloroquine saga, where people's accounts have been deleted for even repeating it or whatever, and now the latest conspiracy theory today, because they won't let it die, is they're saying that he has personal holdings in a company that makes it. So now they're saying that Trump is going to profit from it, and it's like, hold up, what the fuck are you talking about, man? I really wish. I know a lot of American people are getting behind Trump a lot because his opinion polls are going through the roof. I really wish the media would get behind him just a little bit more. Like,
that's never going to happen.
Hold him to account. Please hold him to account when information is given. Questions need to be asked to clarify details, and that is completely perfect. That's what I demand from journalists and the media. But when it's just gotcha questions to try and get him to say something stupid, like Chinese virus, when they're trying to get him to say that so they can then get I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Thousands of people are dying every single day.
What does that accomplish? Yeah. The problem is our press is so antagonistic, and he feeds into that. And if you see polls on how Americans feel about the media, it polls in like the teens, like 15-17% of people that approve of the way the media outlets handle themselves. And he's playing a game with that. He throws that out there all the time. But I'm even more put off watching stuff like on CNN or MSNBC, the two big news outlets here. Fox News is cruising a different way, but on CNN you have news anchors literally crying. Like they're crying. They're running the lines from movies. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And it's performative bullshit. And you go, to me, you would think that this wasn't performative and it wasn't a show for you. You would think that as a journalist, you would want to bring people the truth of what's happening and maybe even like keep them calm in some of these moments. But instead they just want to like, they're crying on TV, and it's weird. That is a weird move to me.
Yeah. You know what?
Of a network moment, dude. Every of a network moment.
Fat Belly's just made a fantastic point, and I really hope this is cleared up in time for there to be live debates, because literally the last 3 years of my life, one of the things I've been looking forward to was the Trump 2020 debates, man. And if they're robbed from me, I'm going to be so fucking angry. I don't want no Skype, Zoom bullshit. I want the two men in the room. I want Joe Biden turning around, forgetting where he is.
Well, that's what we want. We want Trump off his tits on Adderall.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he feels like saying. And then Joe Biden just generally being a bit confused by what's going on.
You can't do it on something like Zoom, because you get the same situation. Did you see the World Health Organization spokesperson that was doing that interview, and they started asking about, what was it, Hong Kong or something?
Taiwan.
Yeah. They started asking about Taiwan. That's right. And they're like, oh, we're losing the connection here.
Yeah. Because Trump, Trump would be like that anyway. What? Sorry, what? America.
That's when Biden would stand up and he'd have no pants on, isn't it?
Just walk out of frame. He's looking clueless, man. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen somebody mentally age as fast as Biden has aged mentally in the last year, even in the last 6 months. It's stunning to see. The guy's talking and he's like arguing with teleprompters and shit, and he looks out of it like somebody's forcing him to stay there or something. It's really uncomfortable.
Well, they are, basically. I mean, most people don't watch the news. Most people don't keep up with politics. Like, even if they do watch the news, they just turn off for the political stuff. They don't give a fuck. They hate it all. So a lot of his support, Biden's, because he is the highest polling, and he has been, apart from some blips, fairly consistently. It's just people going, oh, that's the Obama guy. And that's it.
Yeah.
Just bringing on to that, like the Obama. Do you remember Obama? Do you? And it's kind of cruel, man, the way they're wheeling him up, and they're like, oh, it's his speech impediment. And it's like, well, okay. Well, how's he going to deal with fucking Putin?
Dementia is not a speech impediment, guys.
Yeah. I don't know if that was in the New York Times or wherever, where they started all of a sudden with this meme that, Biden, he just has a speech impediment. It's a speech impediment. So he's not tripping up on his words. He's not slurring. He's just saying weird shit. Like, there's no speech impediment where you did, like, other than Tourette's, where you just say weird shit.
Stop telling me stories about black children touching your leg hair, dude. Right. This is not the time.
See, this is where us three differ, because I think that's the ideal person to run the most powerful nation on the earth. Someone that's completely lost the fucking plot.
You know what I want, though? Do you remember the Hillary debates, when Hillary was answering a question and Trump would just come away from his podium and just walk around menacingly? Like, I just want that, man. I want that with Biden.
Trump at a debate like that, it looks like when you're watching WWE and there's one guy talking shit and the other guy's just reacting to it. Like, let me get in there. Let me get him. Can't control your emotions.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Just beggars belief, dementia and just general madness in the same fucking room. Like I say, Biden on some kind of sleepy bye-bye medicine and fucking Trump off his tits on Adderall. It'd just be fucking beautiful. It would be a thing of beauty. Now, Trump is your youngest candidate.
Yeah.
That's fucking terrifying.
Right. He's the kid. He's the kid of the group, isn't he?
Right. I heard somebody say the other day, they were like, oh, we've got Trump. He's so old and he's running for office. And then we had Joe Biden. They were like, it might have been Roseanne or somebody who said this, no, Rosie O'Donnell, saying these guys are so old. These men are so old. We should have had somebody like Elizabeth Warren. And I was like, isn't Elizabeth Warren 70? Like, they're all fucking septuagenarians. They're old as hell, all of them, and limping around.
I saw a post on Twitter the other day. It was from an American guy. He said, Boris Johnson should get something done with his fucking hair while he's in hospital. I went to the guy's profile. I've been sure, fucking Trump 2020. Forgive me, guys.
You want to have a conversation about hair, do you? All right, okay, cool.
That's the shade we shouldn't be throwing. Let's stick to the Boston fucking Tea Party, guys, yeah?
I feel like it's the same guy with the same haircut. They just dipped him in Britain, and it looks a little different.
To be fair, though, Boris has a lot. He doesn't have to move it around quite as much. It's a great thing. Do you remember that creepy thing when Trump was going up? Was it the airplane steps?
Yeah.
And the back of his hair opened up. It was like some out of Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader was having the helmet put on. Just opened up.
He does the fake tan thing too, and I don't think that does him any favors. I think it just makes him look real fucking strange.
I honestly, I disagree with you there, because I think like, obviously people get the pictures and turn the contrast up and things like that. But the worst of those memes, the ones that really go viral, most of them come from the Donald or 4chan. Yeah. It's actually his supporters do the biggest memes of him, because whilst there's again a very loud minority that are going it's like reaffirming their belief, like, look at this clown. They love it because it's all anyone's doing is going Trump, Trump, Trump.
What I love is when people ask Trump about it, they're going, I don't do tanning.
Yeah, he's like, what? No.
You just have really pale eyelids, yeah, and the rest of you fucking.
Well, you know what that puts on display? That puts on display. I mean, I know this is a meme in and of itself. How Trump supporters, like him or not, they are just so far superior in trying to control the conversation by memeing than the left will ever be. They're just god awful bad at it, and it comes off as, I think, phony and just not as funny. But for some reason, Trump supporters are fantastic at it.
Well, that's a meme in of itself, isn't it? The left can't.
Yeah, right.
The left can't.
Count Dankula actually pointed out a really, really good point on Twitter when Bernie announced he was leaving, in that Bernie Bros would have actually been an interesting meme war. It would have been fun. Like Biden, we're not going to get any fucking good memes out of Biden. But Bernie, that would have been fun. Some of them are absolute assholes, like the worst people on the internet. But because of that, they'd be willing to push the lines a bit.
Sure.
And that would have been fun.
No, it would have made for a good show. If you're just looking to watch some fireworks, that's exactly what you would want to see, the two of them face off. But now, who knows what it's going to look like?
They're all going to be gone right now, because all the Bernie Bros are planning to burn the cities, aren't they? They're all threatening violence, which is going to be amazing, because once they've all got the Mulan cough, they can sat there and they can have a good old think about what it actually means to care about people you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we've actually already had some looting and stuff in the U.S. and you see people, especially in places like Chicago, which should surprise nobody who's been in Chicago. And I lived there for about 5 years myself, but they board up all the stores, like put boards on the window of department stores. And I get when people do that before a hurricane. This is a virus, and then I go, oh yeah, they're just waiting for all of society to fall into complete disrepair. That's what they're planning for.
In the news,